you pull on that jersey, you represent yourself and your teammates. And a name on the front is a hell of a lot more important than the one on the back. Get that through your head.
And here we go.
And it is no good. He missed it. Are you kidding me? The season can't end like that.
The playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms. Bare-chested. Somebody stop that man.
And here we go. It's another edition of the program, otherwise known as NETMA. I am your host, Tyler Falk. Glad to have you along for the third show of the week. No show tomorrow, as that's SFL Honors, and no show Friday, as that is the minor league. But as a reminder, the pregame show will air at 1 p.m. Eastern Saturday. That's an hour and a half before official festivities begin on SFL Networks. We've Next Level Sports, whole bunch of stuff where you can go and catch the 18th SFL Championship game. But I've got a couple of gentlemen alongside with me to go ahead and help break down everything that's going to happen, because they know it better than anybody else, because they are on each team. We got 2 members of Baltimore, 1 member of the Lone Star Glory. And let's go ahead and say hi to each of them. We start from right to left across your radio dial. We'll go clockwise, and we'll also go, of course, with the defending champs. I think they have honors here for this one. So let's go ahead and start with Mr. Joe Duncan for Baltimore. Joe, good evening. How you doing?
Well, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How does it feel to be in the championship game once again?
Well, now this is my first one. I just came from San Diego, and this is actually the first winning season, the first playoff run, and this will be my first championship. So this has been amazing. It's been an amazing season, a whole bunch of firsts for me this season.
I remember playing with you over in San Diego my rookie season. Some things to remember,
Yeah.
some things to maybe forget, right?
Yeah, a little bit of trivia. First point scored by San Diego, Joe Duncan with a safety. First 2 points. First point scored.
There you go. There's your SFL trivia for you, especially for the Mav fans out there. All right, going down the order, we got, of course, Nate Brown jumping back in. We were on Ashley's show together. You've been a part of the show once or twice now. Nate, welcome back to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And I wish Louisiana could have given you guys a little bit more fight. But again, in order to beat the best, you have to be the best. And that's what Baltimore's been last few seasons. So, Nate, welcome back to the championship game. How do you feel?
Hey, ready to get right back into it. I'm ready to play tomorrow if we can.
There we go. And now joining us from the Lone Star Glory, it's head coach / defensive coordinator, Albert Begin. I've given you guys a whole bunch of shtick, but you guys have come through it with flying colors, taking down Vancouver this past weekend. And, well, you made it. You made it to the championship game. You proved me wrong, proved a lot of doubters wrong. Lone Star, Little Denton, Texas is in the championship game, Albert. Mr. Begin. Let's see. Let's try this. Try this again. Albert, you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. For some reason, my Discord just stopped. That was weird.
That's all
I was trying-
okay. But
All right. So what was the question? I couldn't hear anything.
Little Denton, Texas is in the championship game. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. I think everyone's very, very happy. Locker room, coaches, owner. Um, I think it was a long time coming.
Absolutely. And going from a few seasons where some bad luck goes your way, just getting over 500, making the playoffs and getting bounced a couple times, to being the third different ownership group, basically at three different rebuilds, and all of a sudden Lone Stars right back into it. You guys have done it with Seattle, you guys did it with Dallas, and now you've done it with Lone Star. So two Texas iterations the franchise are in. What does that mean to everybody else in the locker room? What does that mean to maybe a guy like Charles Doherty, the owner of Lone Star?
So Charles, it means a lot. Believe it, Jukin Rukin is actually the oldest in the locker room. He's the OG, and he's actually been on some of those other teams that you just mentioned. And I can tell you, he's ecstatic. He's happy to be back here. I know Dave Axis is very happy to be back here. But Charles is, almost beside himself with how happy.
And Axis, of course, former Atlanta Swarm member, got his ring in season 15, if my memory serves me right. Good to be back. He's got some.
14.
Thank you, Nate. He's got some championship experience. So let's start off with just a brief recap of how your guys' season went in your guys' opinion. I talked a little bit about it from maybe a journalist perspective last show yesterday. But let's go to Joe here for your take. Again, losing Jimmy Hazard halfway through the season, all of a sudden Warren Murray comes in, who's just popped into chat. Hey, Warren, he jumps in, takes over. What kind of effect did Warren Murray have? Not, of course, he had a giant impact on the field, but what did he mean to the entire locker room?
Oh man, he was a great guy coming in. He's a great locker room guy. It was kind of a seamless transition. Sprechen Sie know English? A seamless transition between the two. Warren came in and just and took over his position and did what he needed to do.
Right. And Nate, to you now, as far as everything else goes, what are some big takeaways from the regular season, and of course coming to the playoffs and dismantling a couple of franchises that look to try and stop it? And you guys put your end of season flux firmly in the trash heap and firmly took control of those two playoff games.
Well, the playoffs is more realer. You can't, one loss, you're gone. Regular season, you can lose, you're still competing. But I like the postseason way better. So trying to get another championship.
A lot more on the line. And Albert, you guys jump in out of nowhere into the championship game. From your point of view, your entire season, from the head coach, you know probably more than anybody else what goes into making the team work on game day. So as far as the game plan aspect, what were some of the things you saw versus especially teams like Vancouver this past weekend that helped you guys really take control of that football game?
Well, I think it was the combination of the defense played very strongly throughout season. I think they were actually almost the rock, and then the offense, like Greg started the mix, and then with that happening with the interceptions and the sacks and those crucial third downs, it fed the team. It fed the momentum. I mean, if you look at our run game we've stopped some big halfbacks this season that been kind of overlooked. Same thing with our secondary. I think it was you yesterday on your show. You were saying for nominations for defensive secondary was one of them for Sioux Falls. How about Lone Star? I mean, our secondary's been lights out. Our front four's been lights out. It's stuff like that. Like, I guess I have to say, like, the underdog complex we've come to embrace and love and feed off it, and I think that's a big part of our season this season. We embrace the underdog, and now we're going to prove everyone wrong.
Absolutely. All right, Nate, back over to you here for the next question as we start talking about the championship game. What all has to go into it, what you guys are looking for as far as each other, maybe some banter. Take this time to go a little bit elaborate on what you guys are looking forward to when playing against each other, what you've seen, what are some big storylines we should keep an eye on. So Nate, over to you.
Well, defense set it off. We started off. We try to keep everybody contained and keep wide receivers and running backs in position. Stay on that quarterback ass, and make sure the offense running make their plays. The running, we got two great running backs, awesome receivers, great quarterback, two great tight ends, and we got a great special team to keep it in line. Also, we call those guys the snipers. So we try to make sure everybody's upkept and we ready. So when that time kick off at 2:30, it's all on the field. We're gonna leave everything on the field. We're coming straight at them.
There we go. Joe, your thoughts on the championship game, what you're looking forward to.
Man, like you said, our defense, man, our defense is our anchor. Especially the D line. Our D line has shown out all year. I've probably been the least productive, but at the same time, man, our D line has been. We've been killing it. But we're all around. We're good, but so is Lone Star. But yeah, we're ready to take it to them, man. I'm ready for a good game.
A lot of defense wins championships, and we got three defensive minds on the field. A couple of D linemen for Baltimore, and the head coach at DC for Lone Star. Speaking of those glory, Albert, you got another tough task this week. You guys took down number one, but now number two looks even more formidable from what they showed the last couple of weeks. What is going through your mind when you have to take on the defending champions who look to repeat as SFL champions?
So first off, let me start off. I have nothing but respect for Baltimore. You guys proven yourself. You've proven you're top dogs, even though you came in number two. And, I think you kind of threw off two games there to trick people, but you didn't trick Lone Star. I think coming in, it's going to be like the last two games. Well, the underdogs, we got to come out. We have to come out swinging. Got to prove to people that, we're the real deal. You guys are the champs. You're defending champs. We have to knock you off your pedestal. Until we do that, or someone does that, you guys have all the gloat in the world. But I will say this, coming out there, if you don't put us down and keep us down, we will come back and we will take that title from you. I will say that. And that's offensively and defensively.
Absolutely. All right, we'll go around the horn one more time. Final thoughts. You don't have to give me a prediction because that comes Saturday, but tell me your general feel about what people should expect as far as maybe not necessarily game planning, but the level of intensity and what should we expect? So Joe, your thoughts on what fans should expect / your final thoughts tonight.
Well, with them beating Vancouver, to me that makes them the number one team. So we've got to knock them off. They should expect a good, hard-fought, physical game. Like you said, defense wins championships. We've all spoke of defense, and that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a great game, and it's going to be a lot of intensity on the field, a lot of intensity on the sidelines and the chat, But that's what we're looking for. We're expecting a dogfight.
Absolutely. And intensity in the chat is probably you guys are probably the most active in chat I've seen over the playoffs, as far as always always defense wake up just continuously throughout the championship. and throughout the playoffs. Joe, thanks for joining us. Nate, to you, what should fans expect from your point of view?
Well, the defense is gonna be there. We might slide off sometimes because they may call some great plays or whatnot. But I think the offense is gonna stand up this week. I think they're gonna show why they got the rate last year for being number one offense, and I think they're gonna perform this Saturday to show that they are still number one offense. And we're gonna see how it goes, and hopefully we get that third ring, so everybody get another ring, and Joe can get a ring, and Coach can get a ring, and we'll see if we get you a ring too, T. So
there we go. Thank you, Nate. All right,
no
Albert,
problem.
you've got the final say tonight. You've got the final say, and you've been Lone Star, Lone Wolf here in maybe a little bit of the Wolves' den, but what should Lone Star bring to the table Saturday afternoon?
Well, yet again, I'm the underdog, 2 against 1, but I'm not going out without a fight. I think either one or two things are going to happen. It's going to be a gun show. Straight up, the score is going to run up because the offense is going to eat on both sides. Or we're going to have a very big defensive battle. Both have really, really good defenses. So, I just hope it's just a great game. I hope that it's better. I hate to say this, Tyler, but than last week's game with Louisiana. But, I hope we put on a show for everyone in the SFL. And I hope we win. When we win, I'll get my ring and, maybe I'll get you one too, Tyler. Maybe. We'll probably say 2 and 10, maybe under it, but you'll still get your ring, brother.
I expect to be made out of plastic as well, possibly, but that should just about sum up everything. All right, gentlemen, it's been a load of fun. Thanks for joining us. You're welcome to come back Saturday to talk even more shop. But that is going to wrap up everything for the show tonight. So we'll see you Saturday for the pregame show. There'll be no show the next 2 days. However, there will be something released from NETMA Studios tomorrow. Keep your eye out for that and both league content over the SFL Discord and, of course, the dispatch box at the NETMA server Discord. Link to that is down below if you want to get involved in the SFL. Even for the minor league, we still have openings for all minor league positions. So please jump in, say hello. And if you want to get involved with the SFL, go to the SFL League website. That is also down below the description. So, until Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.